What's good, sports fans? My name is Damian Adams from The Real Deal with Damian Adams. Please hit that subscribe button for me. And don't only subscribe to the YouTube channel, but also subscribe to my podcast. The Real Deal with Damian Adams podcast is available everywhere you listen to podcasts. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, your mama's house. Wherever you listen to podcasts, The Real Deal with Damian Adams is there. And today I'm coming to you with my preview to Canelo Alvarez versus Daniel Jacobs. Is a unification bout in the middleweight division as they're unifying the WBC, IBF, and WBA middleweight titles. And you know this is a great fight because you don't have any of the rah-rah, fake hold me back moments that you have in the promotion up to a lot of fights, right? A great fight sells itself. So when you have two guys who have the quiet personalities of Daniel Jacobs and Canelo Alvarez, sometimes that can hurt a promotion. But because these guys are both great fighters who also have styles that not only will capture the imaginations of someone like myself who's a die-hard boxing fan, but will also capture the imagination of the casual fan, you don't have to do too much to sell a fight. And on May 5th, or May 4th, excuse me, it's going to go down. It should be a great fight. In this fight, you have two guys who have only lost to elite fighters. And in Daniel Jacobs' case, the one time he lost before Triple G, it was possible he was fighting with cancer, right? Didn't have the energy that he would normally have in that fight. Found out later that he had cancer. And that's why this is such a great story that he was able to fight himself back into this type of position. Now, Canelo only has one loss on his record to Floyd Mayweather. So you have two guys who have only lost to the best of the best. You know it's going to be a great fight. You also have two guys who are not scared to mix it up. But how will each fighter approach this fight, and how should they approach this fight? Let's start with Daniel Jacobs. Now, Daniel Jacobs has a big size advantage. He's 5'11", has 3 to 4 inches of reach on Canelo. So of course you have to start with using your length. Use the jab, straight, and not only jab and straight up top, but jab, go to the straight to the body. Make sure you're mixing up your punches. You want to keep Canelo off balance and keep Canelo out of the inside. Another thing that Daniel Jacobs has to do is make sure that he does not fall for Canelo laying on the ropes. A lot of fighters, when they're on the ropes, they're not comfortable. Canelo is very comfortable on the ropes. So if Daniel Jacobs comes on the ropes and tries to attack Canelo while he's laying back, Canelo's very good there. He can duck and dodge, counter. Next thing you know, he's hitting you with massive body shots, and it could be over real quick. Another thing that Jacobs has to do is outwork Canelo. Now, Canelo, as great as he is, does have one weakness, and that can be his endurance. We've seen times where he's taking breaks during fights because he's just not in the best shape. Now, we don't know if that's going to be the case going in this one, but you have to test that theory. And watching the 40 Days show on The Zone, which is basically their version of 24/7, rest in peace to HBO Boxing, you see that Daniel Jacobs is working on outworking Canelo. There was even one sparring session. Of course, they didn't show the sparring itself, but after the sparring session, they talked about how he threw over 90 punches in a round. And if he's able to do that, there's no way he's going to lose the fight. I do agree with that. He was able to outwork Canelo to that extent. He's definitely able to win the fight in that way. Now for Canelo, he has to get on the inside. So he has to come forward, or if he can sucker Jacobs into coming forward on the ropes, he has to find a way within that range. He also has to work the body. Canelo has a great left hook to the body, great body punches overall. So he's already going to be in that range to go to the body because he's shorter. Once he ducks under punches, he can hit with that classic left hook to the body, right hook to the body, or even jabbing straight to the body because he's already down there and now it'll be open. Another thing that Canelo has to do is get that uppercut. He has a great uppercut. If he's able to duck underneath jabs and straights from Jacobs, he can land uppercuts and hooks to the head all night. This fight can go either way. I'm going with Canelo by decision. I'm going to go 116-112 Canelo for my prediction. So who do you have winning this fight? Do you think I'm crazy? What are the keys to the fight in your opinion? Please let me know in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. Until next time, go real or go home.